Yo, what is going on, guys? Hope you're doing well today. Today we will be reacting to a video from Man Reacts titled, Modern Women Are Angry. Men Refuse to Approach Them at Gyms. In today's world, modern women have invaded the gyms and have turned it into a place for their social media content. They would record themselves working out, and if a man ever takes a quick glance at them, or if an average or unattractive man ever approaches them, they'll use it for their content and publicly humiliate those men. But not to waste any of your time, let's jump right to it.
So I just left the gym. Well, actually, I just left Whole Foods because I was grocery shopping, but I think I saw like the hottest guy I've ever seen in my life at the gym. And I was working out and he was like staring at me, and he was actually like down the treadmill, like 2 treadmills down. So then like I got off the treadmill and I went to the sauna, and then I saw him again. He came to the sauna. The whole time he was like staring at me, and he did not say one word. And I'm just like, are you gonna say anything? Like, and I'm not like the kind of person to like approach or talk to a guy first. I know like a lot of girls do that. I just can't. Maybe that's why I'm still single. But men, like, seriously, if you're gonna like stare, like, why don't you say something? Like, what is wrong with men these days? Like, they'll stare at you, but they won't say anything. It's just so weird to me.
There's a fine line between staring at a woman and being a gym creep. And a lot of times, it's usually how attractive a man is. If a handsome man approaches her, it would be seen as a cute or attractive gesture. But if an average or unattractive man ever approaches her, then it would be seen as creepy. That man might not have been staring at her. At the absolute worst, that man glanced at her for half a second. Perhaps that man never considered that she even existed in the first place. But women like this like to say that men are staring at them at the gym, when in fact those men just glanced at them for half a second and then continued on with their business. These women do this because they like to be in the center of attention and accuse men for staring at them for them content.
It's so funny to me when guys are like, girls should approach guys at the gym first, or a girl should make the first move on their gym crush, or the guys in the gym in general first. But to me, in my experience, every time I get near a guy, they literally run away. Like, I could go to a machine right next to them, or like, you know how the squat racks are right next to each other? I could go on one side of the squat rack, and for some reason, I guess they're done with their set or something, but they will literally run off. And that's just my personal experience, and from what I've noticed, when I get close to someone at the gym, whether it's a guy or a girl, most of the time, if it's a girl, they're pretty receptive. Like, I think girls are getting more comfortable in the gym, especially if there's another girl around, like, you feel a little bit more comfortable. But I've noticed that when I get close to a guy, if I'm working on a machine next to him, or if I'm on the squat rack or whatever, they will literally pack up their shit and go, or they will just like completely turn aside and not even pay attention to you. Like, they will literally do everything they can to avoid eye contact. So it's like, it's really hard to actually go through with that when it's not very receptive, you know? And it's like, I don't want to chase them down at the same time. Like, I don't want to force anything. I feel like, I don't know.
Men avoid modern women and don't initiate eye contact with them because they don't want to be called a creep and be publicly humiliated by them. Men and women have gone to gym for quite a while. It's only recently that men feel uncomfortable in the gym because modern women would record themselves working out. And if a man ever takes a quick glance at her, then she'll call him a creep for staring at her, and will use that for her content and publicly embarrass that man on social media, which could ruin that man's entire life.
Okay, who made up this rule that guys should not approach women at the gym? Because I disagree. The gym is one of the best places to meet people because you already have like this commonality of like, we prioritize our health. I don't think women don't want to be approached at the gym. I think women don't want to be approached by creepy men at the gym. And let me explain what we mean by creepy.
By the way, by creepy, she just means the guys who are average or unattractive and who are not Chad or Tyrone.
Women are very intuitive. So like, if we feel your like gaze at us and it's like lustful, I'm sorry, but like, I hate that. Like, I hate when I walk past a man and I just know I can feel him like staring at my butt when I walk past. Like, that is such a no for me automatically. Or if we catch you across the gym, like staring, like just dead staring at us, like, that's creepy. Automatically, it's like a no, and like, we don't want you to approach us.
Men have lusted over women for a long time now. But these women just have a problem with guys who are not Chad and Tyrone. They think that such men are just creeps that shouldn't be given the time of day and should completely be ignored by women altogether. That's why they relentlessly shame those men.
Also, there's like an appropriate time to walk up to a girl at the gym. Like, don't walk up to her when she's like mid-set. But if she's like, we all take breaks. We're all like, you know, catching our breath before the next set or whatever, or right before we move on to a different station. Like, that is a great time to just walk up. And here's the key. You have to be very straightforward about why you're walking up. Do not spark up like a random conversation like mid-workout, because it's like, no. Anyways, my advice for the men is, if you see a woman that you want to approach at the gym, wait for a good time, walk up and be direct. The key here, I think, is just being direct and honest with like why you walked up. So you could say, hey, I noticed you working out here. I think you're really beautiful. Can I get your number? It really is that simple, guys. And then be prepared for a no. It's okay, but like at least you shot your shot.
This advice is not for average men, but is for Chad and Tyrone, because those are the types of guys that she wants to approach her, but won't give her any time of day. And usually, men like that don't need her advice. They can literally have any woman that they want. But anyway, guys, we're going to be leaving today's video there. If you have any thoughts about this, be sure to leave your comments on the comments section below. And if you liked the video, kindly like and subscribe to the channel. It will always be appreciated. And have a wonderful day. And as always, I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.